today advised the President to issue a writ for the local government election, and that nomination day for local government would be Monday, November 7th, and local government elections will take place on Monday, November 28th. So that now puts us into another period of heightened activity. One of the main considerations for having the election as quickly as possible to get it out of the way is so that the country can focus on the business of coping with our challenges, whatever they might be, and to get the whole question of elections and ups and downs and distractions out of the way. And hopefully by the turn of the new year, we would be able to focus very specifically and in undistracted way on the development program, which we hope would be in full gear going into the new year and would allow us to make our best efforts to bring about some economic growth in the economy, and also to face down this persistent criminal onslaught which makes the news on a daily basis. So we want to get the elections out of the way and get on with the other business of management of the state's affairs. If there are any questions you have, I would take them now, and I would be hopefully in a position to respond to most of them, if not all of them. Yes?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. I'm not hearing you.
Jason Shields, 91.9.
Thank you, yes.
There has been talk for years about local government reform. Is your government, how involved is your government in trying to bring about something?
Very involved. As you know, in our manifesto coming into the general election of 2015, we committed ourselves very firmly to wide-ranging local government reform. And in keeping with that document, which has been adopted as government policy, we spent the last year conducting a number of exercises of public consultation. In fact, we've done 14 consultations, one in each local government area, and that was done under Minister Franklin Khan's ministry. And this had tremendous response from the public, and after that consultation was over, the inputs from the public have been digested, and the legal framework against which the drafting of legislation which would capture what the new local government arrangement would be, that work is very ongoing. The local government office, those who have been in office, their term has come to an end. We had always committed, and we said so publicly on many occasions, that we will not postpone the elections, but we will go into the elections, and the operations will continue, and we work towards introducing new local government operations into the next term. We will have the legislation go through the parliament. Hopefully it will be passed successfully, and then we'll prepare and execute this program of local government reform, which is quite wide-ranging and exciting as we go forward. So we have worked on that, and the calling of the election in no way obstructs that, but in fact advances the process.
Good afternoon, Prime Minister.
Good afternoon.
You announced a November date for the parliament elections. The opposition leader said her understanding was that sometime in December. Was December ever considered for the local government election? Well, the
calling of election in Trinidad and Tobago is a matter for the Prime Minister and not for the opposition leader. So it's part of my duty, and I'm doing it to the best of my ability, and as effectively. We could have delayed this election for 90 days into January, but again, you know, there are other things we have to consider, not the least of which is the Tobago House of Assembly election as well. That is also due. And then there's the new fiscal year started October 1st. We're going through a very challenging period in managing the country's finances. We've just had a budget which has some substantial downward pressure. There are issues around there, issues in the energy sector, there are issues of trying to maintain and create employment. So all of these things, if we get the elections out of the way, then we can focus better on them.
Is as far as you know, the EBC, the electoral machinery, voters list and so on up to date, ready for this?
Yes, we have the commitment from the EBC. The EBC has said publicly, and we have no reason to doubt them. They've done a very good job going forward in the other elections. We've had a season of elections in recent times, 6 or 7 elections of one kind or another, and the EBC has always distinguished itself in being able to conduct these elections well. And I have no doubt that the statements they've made that they are ready to conduct the local elections, that they will do so. And of course the law sets certain time frames for nomination day and certain minimum days and certain maximum. So we are working within good experience.